Gon honyo gwego sa to iswes ne nanto home o drift dangyo ne. Embrace her with love. Embrace me with love. I'm really happy to be here tonight, and I'm glad to see the people that have gathered. And thanks for being here. Um, I'm not really. I talk all the time, but I don't know what to say. I guess because even though I go out to do a lot of talking in regards to this, it's always hard to talk in our own community, and I don't know. I don't know what the reason for that. But just like we're gathered here, our the group of people that are here is small, and I guess that's where we have to start, is with small groups of people, because it's scary to talk about violence. It's scary to talk about all of these issues that surround us in our community every day, and so people have a fear to come forward, and I know I faced the same thing many years ago, to address the things that were happening in my home for me. So, it took a long time. And I know that it takes time for people to think about the situations, and because of us as Ongwe people, that we've been so colonized over so many years that we don't know what's real anymore. We don't know, about kindness, because we've lost that, because we're always trying to survive. And I think, the more that people talk about, these situations that happen in our communities, and not just here, that it helps to raise the awareness. And I think that, through these little gatherings, that people find strength to make some change for themselves. And I hope that, with all of the things that have happened in this community, over the past few years, that, people begin to really think, is this how we're supposed to live our life? And, to be able to acknowledge one another, and to give thanks for having them come into our midst, and to speak to us, and to embrace us, and be so happy about building a relationship with one another. And I think that's so important today, because of the issues that we face in our everyday life. We need to be supportive to one another. We need to know that we stand together. And and I think that's really important when we talk about this national inquiry. If we can get it to happen, that it starts small, but if we don't raise awareness and we don't know what the issues are, then how can we have a foundation to move forward with the national inquiry? So it takes awareness, and it takes us to talk about those things openly, and to move past the fear of sharing our stories, and being there for one another, to be kind to one another, and to be glad to see them, to be happy about, that, can see them on a street, and, maybe go for a coffee or something. But we need to have that. We need to have that communication happening in our community, and, to talk openly with one another about those things. And and I'd like to thank too Ava for, for all her support, and I'm so glad that she's the chief, and that she's a woman, and we're going to make things happen together. And our women need to take their rightful place, in our families and in our community, and to work, and to be able to set the guidelines for how we live our life, because that's what we're here for. And to guide and direct our children, and our relationships, that we want to have, good relationships. And we see it everywhere in the environment, how the animals look after one another, how the birds come, and they rejoice with each other when they come together. The trees and all of the things in our environment, they are all working together to give us something good. They're teaching us every day, And and we just, I don't know where our minds are. I guess because of our survival, that we forget about those important things of beauty, in our everyday life, and how we're taken care of by our mother, the earth. So I just want, I want a change because of, not only of my loss, of my family's loss, of our clan loss, of our nation loss. I want to see it in all of our families, in all of our clans, in all of our nations. I want to see that, so that we care for one another the way that, the Mother Earth cares for us. That Ganokwashra. And, we need everyone. We need everyone because we're just a small piece of the puzzle. And we need everyone to fill that puzzle so that it will be a beautiful puzzle here at Six Nations. And if we can be if we can be a lead on that, so that it travels across, the territories, that to take that initiative and to move forward. So I want to thank you all for being here again, and I'm so glad too. My daughter's here, and her family, and I know that it's hard still for the rest of my family to be here, but they're there, and they're moving in that direction, and I just thank the Creator, and Ganokwashra staff, and Ava Hill for being there for me and for my family. Nyawa.